Hi Sagittarius, happy spooky season. This is your October 2025 reading. I'm Mystica Venice and welcome back. So I want to start by clearing the energy and just get right into it. This is your monthly reading, so we're going to cover all the bases and everything you need to know in all parts of your life this October. So angels, ancestors, spirit guides, Hecate, Kali, Persephone, please be here now to give Sagittarius their give them divine messages for their highest good for this October 2025. And please keep this space protected of any negative energies. Thank you so much. All right, let's get right into it. What card most represents Sagittarius this month? What's position is Sagittarius in this month? What can you tell me about Sagittarius? That's a lot. Okay. So, you feeling blocked in your path to success, or there's some, you know, uh, it could be that you have been very successful in the past as well. But you have here Four of Cups, like you're sort of disinterested in success. In the Four of Cups, he's got these real cups, and then he's got this, fake cup, which is the mermaid, because it's supposed to be a cup handed down from the sky, and obviously mermaids are, in this case, fiction, right? And so, like, he's disinterested in any of this. Like, he got his arms crossed. He just wants no part of this success. And then you got the Eight of Wands with that. And so this is like a fast-moving energy. Like, either you're leaving success in the past, or you don't want this kind of success, or whatever this is that you were, like, really good at. Are you ready? Well, not ready, but there's going to be a message here about this, about what's going on with this. It's kind of weird that these three are showing up as you, because it already feels like your obstacles. Like, these can also represent, like, it represents a lot of fast-moving action, but it could be directed at you, or it could be directed outward. But the reading will give us more insight into what this means. I can only speculate at this point. So what is crossing Sagittarius in October? What's crossing? What obstacles is Sagittarius facing in October? Oh, Nine of Wands. So these are past mindsets. These are like burdens that you carry. Like, after a time of difficulty, you may not even realize that you have these, or just beginning to realize, but these are things that are holding you back, like beliefs, past mindsets, like stuff that, like walls you've built up over time that have hardened you, and it's just feeling really hard to keep these walls up at this time. These could be like past hurts, fears, resentments, things like that. What other obstacles is Sagittarius facing in October? What other challenges does Sagittarius need to know about? King of Swords. It came in reverse, so the King of Swords represents, like, needing to use diplomacy within contracts and negotiations, and strategy. When it comes up upside down, it's saying that, like, this might not necessarily come naturally to you, or perhaps there's like a block, the way the information's coming to you. Like, this could be somebody, a person that's trying to like block your energy here. What else? Oh, and karma. So, karma's showing up as one of your obstacles, and this just talks about like equal balance. You might be the beneficiary of good karma, and that you could see that as like difficult to receive for some reason. And then we'll clarify these in a moment, but I'm going to go into the different areas of your life as well. So let's see, what's the advice to achieve the outcome? All right, so obstacles, you get that. I'm going back over it. Like I said, I wouldn't, but I'm going to do it anyway. So you've got these like past perspectives that need to be put down. I think in order to be put into this position, I think, let's turn this right side up. Like maybe this is the thing that's blocking your success, is like this use of diplomacy and dropping these negative beliefs. Right, it's blocking you from getting your success. And then the karma, justice will be restored. And this is like a quick moving energy here, right? Like we said. But you have to get out of this energy, like an I don't care attitude. This is an I don't care attitude. It can be dissociated. You have to like come back and be a part of your life. And then, then you will be able to achieve success. Success looks different to everybody, and success is not something that we should be comparing with others. Like, we should really be looking at our own unique successes and like how much better we're doing measured to ourselves from before, or even that can be a bit harsh too. I don't know if you hear those crows, but that's confirmation for that. And then let's see, how is Sagittarius going to achieve this outcome? What advice do you have for Sagittarius to achieve this balance of karma? It's saying like you're gonna have to learn how to use this diplomacy. You're gonna have to adopt, or at least like be able to commingle with this new perspective, this new idea. This is a page, so this could be like a youthful energy at work, even like this is a youthful energy, a youthful perspective. This could be, one of your children, in order to maintain, like a good mood and everybody getting along at home. This could be that. These are all, there's a lot of them. Okay. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles, and this is like a new practical way of earning. This is like the beginning of a new way of earning. Like if you're starting a new job, which that could be too from these cards. And then you have, God, why? I mean, these cards always come up together, right? So, this is a 2 and the 8 of Swords. And these are both, again, these are all, you keep getting these cards that are about perspective and new perspectives, youthful perspective. These ones are saying that there is something that you're not seeing clearly, and not because you don't have the information, but just because you're not looking at it. Something you don't want to see. And it says it's time to like, free yourself and to look at these things. You actually be more free when these things are looked at. Gosh, got the Queen of Wands. It's always good. 2 of Cups and the Emperor. So yeah, like it's like, gosh, wow. Your Emperor is upside down, but I'm going to turn it right side up, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because if you are able to you know, really like be able to open up to new perspectives. You don't have to like adopt every perspective, but don't be hard into it, because um, it just doesn't flow like that. It shuts off like the communication with people, and like uh, in every part of your life. It could be home, it could be work, it could be, you know, love, all these things, right? So, so then you take this practical new start of learning how to do that, and it brings in this love, right? You know, you have the, or this partnership even, because now you're a better communicator. So you got this, the Two of Cups, partnership. It can also be new love. Queen of Wands is like, the Queen of Wands and the Emperor are very like good match, you know. So you're bringing in Queen of Wands, which is like fun loving, mature, balanced, caring, nurturing, you know, generous, can do everything, make things happen. But then you also have like the Emperor, and he's like about organization, um, control, in a sense that like his life, his empire is not chaotic, it's smooth, and you know, and he can care for the people and all this kind of stuff. He carries the Ankh here, which I love, which is a symbol of life. I think it's funny. There's actually two children playing in the background, and they look like they're wearing like t-shirt and shorts, like, and he's wearing. They look like modern day, and he's wearing the armor. You know, it's interesting. He actually does. He has the Aries. Normally, I guess it is on the Normally it's on the chair, but it's on his armor here. He's got his Aries. So this could also be, you know, like an Aries coming into your life too. All right. So let's get into the rest of it. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to do some oracle cards. Let's see what's popping up for you as a theme for the month. Okay, let me do one. This enchanted forest. Enchanted forest. We have Sagittarius. Playfulness. That's very you. Yeah, remember to be playful. Like life is just more fun when you can take yourself and others less seriously. Be a little silly. And then I'm gonna pull a couple of these unknown oracles. These are a little hard to shuffle, but it's so worth it. Oh, oh. Okay. Sagittarius. What cards, themes for the month does Sagittarius have coming up? I like that one. 2, 3. Oh. Ooh. Got the nectar. You know, this is like, it goes with playfulness. This is reminding you, like, of how sweet life can be. Like, you know, it's the little things that make life, you know, worth living, and all of that. And to, like, enjoy the sweet nectar. You got the one and Alethea. I have to look up Alethea. I don't usually look those up on camera, but we'll do a quick one. So the one is to remind you, like, that we're like, everything is one. We're all one. Like, the interconnectedness of it all. Uh, you know, it's a little bit like talking about creator, source, and our connection to it as well, spirituality. Let me look at Alethea, because I actually don't know that one offhand. Let me see here. It is showing up like very dualistic. There's like the roses. Well, the black and white and the roses for love. Let's see what it says here. It's in the LX. It should be back here. It's really far back here. Let's see. Alright, it's the second to last one. Okay. Alethea. Truth. Our soul recognizes a truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all of the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Alethea. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rationale. We can also recognize Alethea by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. The Alethea card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, sense of belonging in the world. The truth has its own wings. Set it free. Yeah, clarity, revelation, disclosure. So, and this works really great with this, all of these swords here that we're talking about, this new perspective. This could be like, maybe a truth that you've been blind to, or haven't had time to see, like, and now you see it. Something. If this is resonating with you, let me know in the comments. These messages are collective. Excuse me, a little itch. So these are collective messages. So they are going to be, general for the group, and like more specific readings I can do private. But check your rising, check your moon sign. If it doesn't, like, don't make it fit. But if you're like hearing this and it sounds like I'm speaking to you, or like you really, then this message is for you, and that's how you'll know. All right. So let's see here. Let's go into let's go into love. What's going on with Sagittarius in love for October? What's happening in Sagittarius love life? Relationship, partner. Any messages? Okay. You've got more swords, the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Swords upside down. So it's all about concepts, ideas. Like, this could be like even about, there's not a ton of relationship cards until the end of the month, but I feel like it's about work, but it could also be just about, obviously, your relationships with people, just not your partner, right? So the Ace of Swords upside down, it means like, you need to get a new perspective, change your perspective, maybe broaden your perspective, broaden your horizon. I'm seeing with this eagle and the mountain crest, right? Like this eagle here, or hawk, I guess it's a hawk. He's flying from a bird's eye view, like bird's eye view over the, the canyon. And like it literally, like these challenges that we face when we walk to get over this mountain are no longer a challenge, because like he's way up here seeing it from this angle, right? And then the Seven of Swords is like, this is like somebody that's like, it's like he's kind of defensive, right? Because he's stealing these swords just in case these other soldiers are going to use them against him. I mean, these soldiers are probably going to... There's an army camped, and he goes in and he steals the swords. You know, they could be used against them, or maybe he's just selling the swords. Like, he's a kind of an unsavory character. So watch out for that person in love. Or they're a bit of, I would say, if it's not an unsavory character, that there's definitely like trust issues, and you need to have time to rest and have time for reflection and rest, and like time to like meditate. You know, this is after a war, so maybe after an argument. This is all, you have all swords in your love section. 5 of swords. Oh no, you have a wand too. So 5 of swords is, you know, usually 5 fighters fighting. So it seems like, and then 2 wands, like you were, and it was upside down. So like you're not making plans for the future. So I'm seeing why there are these wands here. It's like there's the communication in your partnership has just not been good in October. You know, and like it could be something like you really want to stay, so you ignore the writing that's on the wall, right? Because like in your wishes and your hopes and wishes and dreams, like this is really what you want to happen. You know, and with all this communication here, like this could be a good time to seek like professional help and therapy, like for these communication issues. Or, you know, it's trying to like educate yourself more, you and your partner educate yourself more about each other's issues. You know, read up on it. Okay. I'm going to clarify a little bit of this. So, what's going on with this 7 of Swords? What's the 7 of Swords doing here in this love? High Priestess. It's a weird place for that. It's like somebody that you have on a pedestal. So you got Empress, High Priestess. Empress was upside down, but you know, together, kind of like. So these are all coming up on the 7 of Swords. So this 7 of Swords person is somebody that like you really trust, have a lot of trust in, really think highly of. There was also the 9 of Cups. You know, like this is something you really want. It's somebody that like, I don't even want to say this, would be like a trophy. I don't know if you've seen the original deck, the Rider Waite, but he has them, and they call it the Make-A-Wish card, and he has all these cups up on the shelf behind him, and they're like really in order and shiny, and like nothing's in them, and he's standing there proud with his arms crossed. Yeah, and then the 10 of Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles is like ultimate happiness, joy, family. So if this is like the person that you like feel this way about and that you want to spend your life with, then there's like, you know, why are the 2 wands upside down here? Like, you want to make plans for the future. I feel like this is really like, communication is really called for. How are we going to get to this 2 wands here with this person? What is the advice for that? Patience. Patience. You know, maybe you're moving at 2 different speeds with this person. Got to communicate clearly a lot, as you know, with your true self, not your ego, all those things. Don't let that get in the way for this person. Okay, now, what's we gonna do? Oh, let's do family and friends. So family, soul tribe, like whoever it is that you spend most of your time with. Sagittarius family. Ooh, what's going on? Sagittarius family, friends, loved ones, people that they spend their time with. Okay, so you have Page of Pentacles. So there's like a beginning to be reliable, practical person in your life. Somebody that's maturing, starting to mature, a young woman or man. Could be, you know, one of your children. The Hermit upside down. Someone's starting to come out of their shell. This could be somebody that took a course of study or went on a long trip. Somebody that like is bringing back some knowledge. Somebody that like has gone on a spiritual retreat. Lively cast of characters here in your family. What else is going on in the family? Oh, the World upside down. So like you're coming close to the end of a chapter in a certain like family living situation. Like maybe this young person who's maturing and is becoming practical, like maybe this is your son or daughter, they're moving out. It could be exactly that. And this could be you. Now you're coming to have to come out of your hermit phase because maybe, you know, to share some of this knowledge with this young person in your life about the ways of the world. And so it's the beginning of a new action, whatever this is, you know, in this family situation. It's a new action, a new start of a new life cycle. You know, there's been some change in the way you live your life, whether it's had moving, somebody moving, you know, maybe an older relative passed away, and then it's just like, yeah. Okay, let's keep moving here. What else in friends, family? So Sagittarius need to know. Oh, that was so many. Okay. So it's all pentacles. So like this young person, most likely is like going to college. So this young person is moving on, and it's bringing out your hermit side, and that's causing new action. And like, be careful not to have stuck energy. You gotta let your energy flow. You know, sometimes these things can be very expensive, but you know, like Six of Cups, there is like, it's just like being charitable. Like you may have to help this young person with their finances quite a bit. That's what I'm seeing. And then you get Seven of Pentacles, and you're like, oh, that's a lot. You know, is it going to be worth it? But it's saying like yes, like this young person, they're gonna have their glow up. It's gonna be worth it. They're like well on their way to being the Pentacles. The Empress. You know, and if this is you, then you are the young person leaving the house. Um, and you would then be facing some challenges monetarily. And this card is like the giving and receiving of charity. So, like, you know, then it's saying that if you're the young person, you're going to have to work harder than you thought you were, but in the end, you know, the glow up's happening either way for somebody in Sagittarius' life. Okay. Very good. And then, let's see, what about, do we do work career? So what's going on in work career for work or career for Sagittarius in October? What they got going on at work? Because I thought this was going to be totally work based, but you know, life is work too. What's going on with Sagittarius in career, work, finances, anything? Not pulling up much here. Oh, the sun. Ooh, too many. Oh my god, there's so many. Got the sun upside down. The tower. You may be leaving a job that you really enjoyed. Or if you're not leaving, there's some layoffs. You got the Magician, and it says you've got all of the elements you need to be able to handle this challenge, and you're going to be able to transmute this energy into your favor. Death card upside down. There is a transformation that's taking place, but it's going a little slower. That's why it's upside down. You know, with the Tower and the Death card, and then you have the Knight of Swords. More swords, new perspective. So like this is a fast moving new perspective. Like I feel like there's like a big shift in your career this month. You're gonna have to ride with it. Fiction, 5 of Wands. Yeah, you're gonna go. The Chariot. In there you had the 5 of Pentacles upside down, which is like out in the cold card. You had the good old nostalgia memories here. Like it was good. That's like, you know, because that's why you have this here. You have the sun upside down. Like that's the past of your job. It's something you very much loved. Sorry, just can't get it into focus. There we go. And this is happening a lot right now with like, you know, people losing their jobs with new technology and new, yeah, there's not as much, I mean, with things changing so quickly, a lot of people have been losing jobs. You have King of Wands upside down. It says you have what it takes, but it's just going to take you a little longer to get where you're going. So it's like you've got some work ahead of you. Let's check back on this next month and see if you can turn it around before the holidays. Which, you know, the holidays is actually a very good time to look for work. So do not despair. If you've had an idea, maybe that's something you want to work on. Like, as long as, you know, you still have an income, like I said, go ahead and try your chances on a business as well. Let's see. I'm going to give you a closing advice oracle card. And I may do like some more energy reads in the... Oh, I definitely will do some more energy reads this month. So if there's any topics you're interested in having me cover, go ahead and drop it in the comments. And I'm going to choose some of your topics to do like short readings on. So yeah, that would be great. And if you made it this far, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And that would help me very much. So these are the Water Oracle. I love the Water Oracle. Rebecca Campbell. She's got some really beautiful cards. I always like these. Oh, give really good advice. So we have Ride the Waves. life lessons and growth. You will get through this. Yes, you're going through like a lot of change right now. You know, you have changes in your family, you have changes in the workplace, and then you have the rainbow. Sweet relief, new beginnings, a new way forward. Like these changes might be the changes like you didn't even know you needed. And having this change, these changes might be the like a breath, breathe new life into your life. Breathe new breath, like a breath of fresh air. It was like that's a mouthful. But yeah, happy October. Have a great time, be safe, have fun, and we'll see you back here next month.